sorry about the mess. The mess. And now to something completely different. The mess. As I call it, the mess. My mess of Potamia. Propane. Propane. My mess of propane, yeah. Anyway, to the point. Straight to the point. I found a way to perhaps imitate, at least, what they call throat singing in Danish, strubesang. Well, as if you sang with anything else ever, but anyway, to the point. Listen here. You take this note, ah, and then you make the stream of air softer. So you go, ah. I'll take a deeper note, lower note, ah. And then hold back some of the air so that you kind of sound like a manipulative politician. No, this is very nice. You see, what I'm doing here is I'm not really coming forth as someone who is actually pushing through. I'm kind of laid back. No, I'm overdoing it. Am I not? Aren't I? Ain't I? Aren't I? Aren't I? Anyway, so I figured out while I was taking a dump, I was sitting on the bucket. Jeg var på spanden in Danish. And, taking a dump is very boring. In case you haven't noticed, and if you haven't, you might be in for a treat. Anyway, so I was discovering my voice out there in the wonderful sounds of the bathroom, and I was investigating I was imagining. No, I was inventing. Investigate. Imagine. Investigate. Imagine. Investigate. Oh yeah. In English, that's possible. Investigating my voice. You can investigate many things in the hoity toilet. Anyway, so this is it, to the point. You go, and then you hold back some of the push of air so that the voice goes like it fails. Like if you have a moped and then you let go of the gas a little bit and you find somewhere where you're wasting gas, but somehow you're going less. Anyway, so you take your voice like that, and then you hold it, and then you make sure it's sharp in the beginning, so that when you hold back the air, the difference will already be close to the top of it because you're already pushing it together. And the reason I think that might be the explanation for strubesang, throat singing, or is because they all have deep voices. And the trick of this is when you hold back the air, then you have to keep your, push your heart out in it, but you take out your heart because it's really going, so you go, so you take out your heart and you put it aside so that it will not disturb the rest of the machine. You can combine, plastic tubes and all that. And neurocells, don't forget those. Those are running the thing. But anyway, you take it, you can do that mentally, so as not to remove the heart physically, but mentally, mostly actually, you control your breath. First of all, they always talk about Atman, the spirit, and the breath. In German, Atmet is breathing. By the way, spirit is spirit, and Geist is German for yeast, probably the same word, and it actually means guest, because you take the grapes or the whatever you have, the mash, mush, and you come this guest, you put this guest into it, and out of the guests fumbling up whatever's there, you get spiritus sanctus, or just you drank the spirit and you sanctus. I drink this, I sanctus. Anyway, so the spirit is connected with the breath and with drinking. Somehow, I get it. Jesus and all the wine and all that, and the bread and the fish and the walking on water. You must have been out there, honey, Danny, Dinny, Shinny, Donny, Funny, Wouldn't he have had to be out there? Wouldn't he have had to been out there? To have been out there. Back to the point. So, I'm now going to demonstrate finally what I mean. Finally. Because, when you make a video, you always wait until the last minute to reveal what you're actually going to, what's the point of all this? This was their point. I don't know, my pencil has a point. My needle has a point. My pencil has a point. Never mind. So, here it comes. Clear throat. And then, having destroyed your voice like that, water, I need water. Here's my water. It says water. It's water. And then you may commence. And it goes like this. You find the deepest tone that you can make this trick do this to. So I guess you always feel your voice. Right now mine is cough tired. Not coffee tired. I've been coughing and it's tired of coughing. It's cough tired. In Danish and German we put words together. You always do that. Also do this in English, courtroom. But you don't say, you say bathroom, but you don't say, You say General Assembly Room, not General Assembly Room. That's why you are so different from us in that sense. Now my throat is coming back to can you tell that? Because I can go down here, so it's not kind of thick. It's not like this, because... Anyway, so here goes. Finally, how many minutes? I've gone 8 minutes and 30 seconds without getting to the point. I am getting there. So here comes. Maybe I need a guitar. That's better. Point one is about not letting your heart go, because whenever you breathe too hard, it goes and you want to keep it steady on the so that's why it's breath control. You can speak like a robot or whatever. You can speak like Stephen Hawking, but no, that's not like Stephen Hawking any longer, 'cause he wasn't using that. Look at my eyes. This is how I feel, because I have 2 vocal cords. No, I don't. Just this strobesang, throat singing, deep throat singing, whatever it's called. I mean, It's like singing teachers saying, "Oh, you have to, you have to, you have to sing with your stomach." No, 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 no. You have to breathe with both your stomach and your breast box, Brustkasse, breast box, Brustkasse, breast case. So you can breathe like this, or you can breathe like this. That is, or either this, like, or see, now my stomach is going in while air is coming in, so that's because I'm breathing with the breast. Now my stomach is going out, and my breast is trying to stay still. So you can breathe with both parts. It's a two-way, not a two-way street because it's going the same way at both times. It's like some bridges in USA, they're closed for one-way traffic and they're only open for the other-way traffic. You know, use both the stomach and the lungs, and then, of course, you empty both of them. So of course you sing with your aspiration apparatus, and everybody's breathing too much with their upper breast and not the lower one, the cool, the stomach feeling. You see, we actually have a brain in the stomach, and when the stomach, imagine the stomach, imagine the stomach, no, imagine the stomach, no, never mind the language, the pronunciation of the English conglomerate, the Creole of English. Anyway, to breathe deep breaths. And then you go under and you catch the squid, and and then you try to, like in meditations and Buddhist yoga lessons, you try to control your breath, and that's why I think it's related to this, or could be, but it probably isn't, related to this Strubesang, throat singing, that sounds a little bit like well, anyway, sorry, not that one. I just think it's fascinating that if I'm right, that this is what they're doing, that's good. That's fine, because then I know what they're doing, and everybody is doing this, especially politicians who are trying to be a little bit more nice and not too pushy. And if I'm wrong, well, what can we do with this thing then? Because then they are using a different technique, and I have this technique, which probably is like completely useless, except for fun. So that's what I was trying to, nothing to convey, push through, and as usually, as useless, I will finish off with a song that will make my microphone drop to the floor, and I'll be poorer, blackest of dollars and cents. So it's when no, no,